On this day, June 12th, Central Florida marks 1 decade since hate hit Orlando. What started as a night of fun for so many, ending in tragedy. These are the faces of the 49 angels we continue to honor, remember, and celebrate 10 years later.
Dozens more were hurt. At the time, it was the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. 10 years later, the site of sadness, which was once a place of joy, is no more. But the memories, both good and bad, live on. Some of them in mementos kept in crates, potentially to be used at the permanent memorial.
Some of them on the walls and the streets of the city beautiful, and of course so many more in our hearts and minds. What hasn't changed in the 10 years since is what was said on this day 10 years ago. Love always wins. And that love can be felt across the city today as we remember, reflect, and remind ourselves of June 12th, 2016.
West 2's Michelle Imperato is anchoring our live team coverage tonight. Michelle?
Today brings with it so many emotions. We're talking about anger and grief, but in just a little while inside the First United Methodist Church, there's going to be a ceremony that is all about love. And the Pulse Remembrance ceremony starts in about a half hour from now. West 2's Haley Crumblehome is live outside of the church with more. Haley.
So this ceremony is so important to so many. There will be survivors, families, first responders, community leaders all coming together tonight to remember the 49 lives that were lost. Now they gather on this day as they do every year. Once they get inside, there will be some musical performances and a presentation by the city's poet laureate. Now all 49 names of those who were killed will be read during a candle lighting ceremony, and bells will be rung 49 times. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer said what defines this city in the wake of this tragedy, even 10 years later, is how Orlando responds to it.
We kind of set the tone by saying that we wouldn't be defined by the hateful act of this killer. We'd be defined by our response, and that was love and compassion and unity. And I think to this day, that is still how our community is responding.
And again, the ceremony begins in less than a half hour now. There will be a live stream of it for those who want to participate from wherever they are. Covering Orange County Live in Orlando, Haley Crumblehome, West 2 News.
Haley, thank you so much. And I'm joined live now by the host of the Pulse Remembrance ceremony tonight, Tatiana Quiroga. Tatiana, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for having me.
This is such an important day for this community, and you've been hosting it for a few years. Tell me about the emotions that go into this.
Oh my goodness. We really just can't believe that it's already been 10 years. So as you can imagine, today is a very heavy day because it really is such a, just so much emotions going through the community, but yet at the same time realizing that we are such a strong and resilient community.
There's a lot of love here today.
There really, really is. It really, that's where you can see that there is still joy and, a spirit of hope and community.
And Tatiana, I saw you last night at a very special event as well for some of the mothers who lost children at Pulse. That was also a very beautiful ceremony and recognizing the joy that they had in their lives.
It really is, because sometimes we have to go back and remind ourselves that, these really were young people going out to just have fun, dancing, to have the night of their lives, celebrating who they are as their authentic selves. And so that really has to take us back and remember that that really is the spirit that we want to keep carrying on.
And what do you hope that these families take away from this ceremony and your words here today?
We really hope that that's it, right? That we just remember that we have 49 angels watching over us, Orlando, Central Florida, the overall community, and that, that they're still dancing.
Tell me about the candle ceremony that's going to happen.
That is new this year, so we're excited about that aspect, and it's one of those things that again, another symbolic opportunity for us to remember that their light will always keep shining.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. I appreciate it. Good luck in there, and we'll talk to you in a little while. And guys, as you remember, the outpouring of support happened immediately after Pulse. And a big part of that is blood donations. So many Pulse survivors are actually alive today because of blood donors. Our region's only level 1 trauma center is just down the street from Pulse at ORMC. The hospital treated 44 people that night in just a matter of hours. And there's no doubt, look at this video here, that you remember these long lines. In the days after the shooting, people were lining up because they wanted to help. Donations donations were overrun by people motivated to donate by this tragedy. And this is the first time that people have come out this year to pay their respects at the actual Pulse site since the nightclub was torn down. West 2's Christina Watkins is continuing our team coverage for us this evening, highlighting how the community came together to share in their grief and to uplift those who are still mourning.
What looks like a group of people taking a leisurely stroll around Lake Baldwin in Orlando is actually a much-needed support system for those reflecting on 10 years since the tragedy at Pulse nightclub. Retired first responders Joe McLuhan and Krista Magd led the way through their nonprofit, The Bench 988, a safe space for those on the front lines of emergency calls, many of whom worked the night of June 12, 2016.
Coming back to events like this gives them that connection and gives them that tribe that those of us that have retired, lose, and we try to maintain.
They walked 2.5 miles on Friday, step by step, side by side, highlighting unity and togetherness.
While we're walking, we'll do some peer supporting while we're going, and we'll talk and just give them an opportunity to maybe vent and talk about some of the experiences they have.
Less than 20 minutes away at Orlando City Hall is where people lined up, also in a show of unity, to donate blood, just like our community did 10 years ago.
We saw it first thing this morning, canceled all our plans, and then just drove right on over.
It was a very, very dark day and very memorable day, and I wasn't able to come and donate on that day as I was working.
Kay Langley said she wanted to remind people, no matter the time, no matter the day, it's important to never forget and do what you can to support the Pulse victims, their families, and survivors.
Just by donating blood, just one person actually helped save 3 lives.
Anytime we can help save a life with donation, then we'll definitely do it from this point forward.
Covering Orange County in Orlando, Christina Watkins, West 2 News.
Also, One Blood is accepting donations outside of City Hall until 6 o'clock tonight. All you have to do is look for the big red bus that will be parked on South Orange Avenue. The mosaic heart is filled with the colors. You've seen it a lot, of the rainbow, and it really became the symbol of hope after the Pulse nightclub shooting. And there's now a special edition of these Orlando United t-shirts here. Orlando City and Orlando Pride soccer clubs collaborated with the Magic and the Solar Bears for the relaunch 10 years later. Proceeds will benefit the Center Orlando United Resiliency Services, and that is the only fund remaining to assist Pulse survivors with mental health resources. The 10 years of Orlando United t-shirts are on sale all of this month. You can get them at the team stores or the Magic and the Orlando City and Orlando Pride. They're also available for you online. Also, we do have full coverage honoring 10 years since the Pulse tragedy throughout the evening. You can watch our Chronicle Life After Pulse special right now on WESH.com. And as you can see behind me, the doors are open and people are starting to go in to the Pulse Remembrance Ceremony right now. We see the Angel Action Wings out here protecting the families. And so we'll keep you updated throughout the evening on this ceremony. For now, we're going to send it back into the studio with Jesse Pagan and Sonica Dange.